السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة من عقار كاست مع ضيف جديد وهو أحد المستثمرين الأجانب والعاملين في القطاع العقاري في السلطنة عمان. Welcome شبنة. We are happy for you to join us here today.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here with you today.
You're welcome. Shabna, could you tell us about yourself for the listeners, please?
Of course. Hello, everyone. My name is Shabna Mofrad. I've been working for the past 13 years since I was 23, so I'm 36 now, and all of it almost has been in the region, 8 years of it in Oman.
We want to hear a little bit about your background and how did you end up here?
That's a very long journey, but I will try to keep it short.
Okay.
Well, I would say it started when I felt I don't belong in the university times. I felt like I don't fit into the system and the system is not providing what I want from life for me. So I had a conversation with my father, and I was so lucky that my father actually backed up my idea of traveling.
Great.
And working at the same time, not just traveling and having fun, and getting to know myself, learning what I want, what's my passion, what am I good at, and how can I be a benefit to this world.
Yeah.
I started working in Oman in 2013, in many places and in many different fields and companies. I'm very glad and very lucky to say it was almost always a success story. But in 2019, after traveling around the region and working in different countries such as UAE, Iraq, Turkey.
Wow.
Yeah, and a little bit in Germany, even Iran for 6 months, import and export. I realized that my heart is in Oman.
Yeah.
So I came back 2019 to Oman, and I also realized that my core focus and expertise is always in helping others grow their businesses and become profitable in their investment and businesses, whatever sector I was in. And this is how I end up here.
MashaAllah, what a beautiful journey. As you have so much experience, Shabna, could you tell us why real estate?
Wow. The honest answer is I always perceived life as a big playground.
Okay.
I couldn't understand why am I on earth? What am I doing here? The only answer was like, this is for me to experience, to go on an adventure, to go on a journey with life with the intention of never hurting anyone. And as long as the intention is pure, why not trying different things when knowing we are good at it, we are skilled at it?
Of course.
As I said, every single part of my journey was always bringing me back to helping people invest their money in a profitable way, in a right way, in a place that will give them the result that they want, realistically.
Yeah.
And after working in different companies, including Dubizel, I was exposed to the real estate sector. I started getting job offers from multiple companies, international, local, developers, brokers. And all of a sudden, I found myself giving advice to a couple of, actually not even friends, strangers who were looking for where to put their money to get the ROI that they want within the time that I want.
Yeah.
And I just ran an analysis, simple analysis, due diligence, mixed with my expertise. And it gave us a very good result. And this is when I gained the confidence, and I felt like the gods of real estate are calling me into the journey. And I said yes to Dar Global, and I started my journey in real estate.
Oh, in Dar Global.
Yeah.
Shabna, I have a question. Before all of that, why Oman?
I mean, it felt home. The first time I landed in Oman, I felt that I'm surrounded by serenity, surrounded by peace. I came from Tehran straight away, and Tehran is an extremely dense city. It's very similar to Beirut or Istanbul if you've been there. Tall buildings, a lot of people around. Everybody's after title, money. Most of the people, I would say, everybody's running for something.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with the fact that Oman has preserved its nature, culture. I know everybody say that, and I'm not trying to advertise Oman, but really this is what I fell in love with. And the fact that everything that was considered the element for having a luxurious life when we were growing up, you know?
Yeah.
I want to live by the beach in a villa. I want to go boating every day. I want to be in the sea. I want to travel the world. All of that were extremely easily accessible in Oman. I didn't have to be super rich to jump on a fisherman's boat, go to a private island in Shangri-La, you know, and have a barbecue weekend by myself with my friends, snorkel with the fishes, which you cannot unfortunately have that nature around this region anymore. See whales, sharks every weekend, I would say weekend in the season. Everything, all the elements of Oman made me fall in love with it.
Yeah. Okay, why Dar Global is different than other projects?
Multiple elements and factor. I mean, every project is different than the other. But how about I answer this with starting with a personal answer, like personal feeling about Dar Global, why I fell in love with the project, why I said yes to it amongst all the offers that I had on the table. And then I will also share with you as an investor, when would you need to invest and trust Dar Global with your investment, right? I fell in love with it because the difference between Dar Global and all the other projects that I saw was that we did not destroy the nature. We kept it as it was. We kept it as sustainable as it could be. 100, as I said, 30 meters above the sea, but we didn't flatten the mountain, even though it's 3 times the cost for us to build it rather than building somewhere flat. We kept the first lines for many lines, up to 10 of lines, only for villa, and then apartments at the back. So even all the apartments have the sea view. It's all decline up hills. So from the first line, which is Fendi Casa Villas, bougie, up to the apartments that we have, which are semi-furnished, is 9-meter escalation. You can search it on Google Maps. It means that from first line up to the apartments, almost all the villas, they have sea view. And you have to come to the site visit with me. You will fall in love with the view. Like, I went to the site visit, I saw the nature, I'm like, okay, this is the project I want to work with. As an investor, why? Again, the element of luxury, the fact that we are not new in the market. We've been here for so many years. We know what we are doing. We are working with escrow. We want our money more than anyone else, so we're going to push for the handover to be on time. Doesn't matter when we start, handover will be on time. And the view, I would say the design of the project. It's a mini city. It will never fail when you are talking about a mini city rather than one project that will be handed over in one place, right? For everyone, either you want to live there or you want to invest and then harvest your money just by reselling it, or harvest your money by renting it out later, or actually you just want to have a unit in a very high-end luxury project. All for everyone. You have a unit there, just 20 minutes away from Muscat. I mean, at the weekends, we all lived here for a long time, you know. Weekends, usually, we don't go out of our home and go just to a luxury hotel, which is next to me. We never do that. We go out of Muscat. We go to the projects like Sifa, for example, Shangri-La a little bit, you know. We all have memories in all of these places. Barca villas that we rent. And these are the places that we go to. So imagine, instead of going all the way out of town, now you have something out of town, but 20 minutes away.
That's great. How many years since the project starts till handover?
Again, the start of the project is not the point of focus because we are talking about multiple phases.
Yeah.
I would say, are we on track? Absolutely. Handover will be the first part of the phase 1 will be in July 2027. I would say even maximum if it goes up to, let's say, August, September, right? But when is it going to be an up and running city where I would say, you know what, let's go away for the weekend, let's go to Ida? It will be 40 months from now. So Q4 2028.
Okay, what is the construction building right now?
I would say with the phase 1, which is mainly townhouses and the apartments that we have at the back, we finished the foundation. And we are, I don't know the specific terminology, when you go there, and as you saw in the videos as well, we finished the foundation, we are just putting the body of the buildings now. For the apartments, we are in the middle of the way of the apartments, great-scape apartments, and some of the villas actually almost done.
Okay, Shabna, could you tell us how many or how much percentage left of units in Dar Global?
Because it's a multiple phases project, we don't work with the percentage, right?
Okay.
So if I right now tell you 40 or I tell you 80, can you imagine what is the difference? No. But as I said, on track, handover 40 months from now.
Oh, 40 months.
Yeah.
Well. Let's be honest with this question, please.
I thought we were honest until
Yeah,
now.
we are honest. But this we have to be more honest right now.
Sure, please.
Yeah. As you now was talking good about Dar Global, did you invest in it?
Oh, we're getting personal.
Yeah. Did you invest in it?
Yes, I did.
Mhm.
Yes, I did. I'm not going to tell you what kind of unit.
Okay.
You can contact me. I will explain. But, but yes, I put my actually first time that I invested in holiday homes in Oman. It's a holiday unit, I would say, if you ask me. I see myself growing old in there as well, but for now I invested in those units because these are the only units, I'm not going to mention the name.
Okay.
These are the only units that are allowed. There is a short-term rental management company on the contract that if you want, you can hand it over to that short-term rental management, international one.
Yeah.
And they're legally allowed to put it on Airbnb and all the other platforms. It's the only project in Muscat at the moment that has that from the Ministry of Housing.
Yeah.
And they will do the marketing and everything for you with getting a very, very tiny annual yield. So it's easy money for me. I just put my money. I'm like, please go manage it for me.
Okay, so you are lucky. Yes. And people who invest in Dar Global, do you think they are lucky as well?
I'm gonna be very honest with this answer. It's never the right question to ask, should I invest here or not? The question always is, what do you expect from your investment?
Of course.
Of course, if you are wanting to buy a house to move in today, I would say you have other options. But if you want to invest and grow your money, I would say the best project in Oman. And hands down, even if I'm not in Dar Global tomorrow, I will still tell you the same. And even if you want to move to a house, I mean, if I was an expat, I was buying in Dar Global with the multi-entry visa that they give you from that we give you from the first payment. Yeah. I would just rent a house somewhere in the Parade project, keep my investment with Dar Global, let the investment grow, and then when it's ready, either I move in or I rent it out. I do whatever I want with it. But is it a good investment? Absolutely. It's the Rolex of the development.
Okay, tell us about Aida.
About Aida. Aida is 4.6 million square meter project, 130 meters above the sea, which is part of Yeti Yenket Master Plan. Okay. Yeti Yenket Master Plan is part of 2040 vision of Oman, which everybody knows about.
Yeah.
And it's one of the multiple projects, but the biggest project in that area. Included of multiple phases, but with the completion of phase 1, you're going to have an actual community where people are going to go for golf, playing golf, socializing, networking. You have the pool and the beach kind of vibe. You have the nature outside, a little bit outside of Muscat, 20 minutes drive. And it's very near Shangri-La if you're asking about the location.
Okay, I have some questions. Okay, some investors, they're always asking about it, about Dar Global.
Sure.
Okay, let's begin with when did Dar Global project start and for how long until get ready?
Well, if you're talking about Aida Dar Global in Oman, the project started in December 2024. But I have a question. Why is that a worry? Are you talking about handover? Are people worried about the handover?
Yeah, handover.
If you are ordering a Rolex watch, would you ever ask Rolex, when did you start like putting the pieces together of
No. I mean, as Dar Global is a big brand, okay,
Yes.
international, but it's a new brand in Oman as
Yeah.
well.
So, okay, there are multiple, in every time you are investing, by the way, this is not
Yeah.
about IDA or Dar Global. There are multiple factors and elements that you need to look into to make sure your investment is secure.
Yeah.
One, what if worst case happens? Is there anything on the contract that will secure my money if delivery is not on time? Or worst case scenario, if the project gets cancelled? Number two, who is the brand? I mean, if you are buying a product, let's talk about again watch or car, from a very new brand in the market that just started. They have definitely a lot of A/B test experiments to launch. They're going to make mistakes, then they're going to recover from it. This will cause delays. Then yes, definitely you should be, a little bit worried. But when it comes to a brand that has been in the market for 27 years, you are more secure. And third part, where is my money going? So let's answer these questions. Number one, what will happen if worst case happens? There are two clauses on the contract in Dar Global IDA. One says that if there is delay in delivery, in handover, you will get 4% extra on the amount that you have already paid. So this is equivalent to putting your money in the bank, right? I get my 4% anyway. Number two, if there is more than 24 months, which is 2 years delay, you can, with 30 days notice, get all your investment back. All of it back.
Sure.
It is in the contract.
Well,
it is
that's great.
highlighted in the contract. It is highlighted in the new contract, by the way. And have in mind that Dar Global is the only company in Oman that is working with escrow account. It means that your money will not come to Dar Global until the handover is done. You're talking about 1 unit or 2 units that you have bought as an investor. We are talking about hundreds of units that the money is with the government, but we're not going to get it until handover. So trust me, we're going to run after that money way harder than you.
That's great. Okay, why Dar Global is expensive?
Well, define expensive. What do you mean by expensive?
For example, the prices are expensive a little bit, not like other projects.
So higher than other projects
higher
for the
than
same product, right?
Why is it higher than other projects?
That's why I wanted to mention. When you say expensive, again, I want to go back, and I'm going to do it multiple times, going back to the analysis of watch, Rolex, or a Ferrari car or a Porsche. There are the price of every product is based on demand and cost, right? And also the forecast of appreciation. When you are talking about a luxury item, in comparison to non-luxury, it's going to give you higher appreciation, safer investment, but at the same time, of course, the price is going to be different. If you're comparing Dar Global IDA to any unit in Europe or even around the region to Dubai, it's one of the most affordable projects in the world.
Okay.
But when you're comparing it to other projects that have nothing to do, it's like apple and oranges.
Yeah.
In Oman, of course, there is a price difference. Again, it's like comparing Land Cruise to Ferrari.
Thank you very much for this lovely conversation, Shabna. We are so happy for you joining us here today. Would you like to add something else?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was absolutely thrilling to be here. I had so much fun. I mean, adding would be, there's one thing I want to add. I'm not sure if you can put it in the podcast or not.
We will, of course.
It's just from a heart-to-heart kind of note. I realized that one of the elements in the real estate industry that sometimes backfires, and I'm very, very much worried that it's going to happen in Oman market as well, is that specific projects become popular for brokers and for real estate advisors in specific timelines. And regardless of if it's going to benefit the investors' investment or not, real estate advisors start focusing on those projects. Either they have a better relationship with the owners of the project or their point of contact, or the financial gain is better. And that over time takes the trust away from the person, from the investors. Look at Dubai right now.
Yeah.
Every taxi driver is a real estate broker.
Yeah.
You know? So I just hope that doesn't happen in Oman. And I just want to mention that as an investor, dear audience, as investors, please make sure that the person you are going with to put your money and investment in their hands are not only thinking about their own personal gain, but their experience.
Of course.
With relevant experience, such as yourself.
Thanks.
With good reputation. And don't only rely on the person. Always ask the questions. Always read your contracts and trust your gut feeling as well. That's it.
Thank you
You're most
very
welcome.
much. وفي الختام لا يسعنا إلا أن نشكركم متابعين عقار كاست، على أمل أن نلقاكم في الحلقات القادمة إن شاء الله.